One take wine. Welcome back. It's Burgundy season still around this household, at least. I'm not too sure what's happening in the rest of the world. I'm hoping that everybody's enjoying themselves on the Burgundy playing field, although I suspect not. Interesting with Burgundy prices these days at auction, how those big bottles that are the same price as a car, essentially. I'm exaggerating, but not by much. They're not selling, or they're selling a little bit less. And I don't know if the market is finally sort of peaked or a temporary reprieve. You know, maybe my wages will eventually catch up to the prices again. I doubt it, but one can always hope. In any case, a couple of great wines to talk about today. The first one being, what do we got in a glass? This has got a nice, almost toasted bread nose to it. I opened it yesterday. It was a bit sharper. It was a bit more severe yesterday. Today, it's a little rounder. A little more pear-like, I think, in flavor. Some florals. Still very Puligny-like on the palate for sure. And a herbaceousness, a bit of a bitterness and almost tannin, you know, dryness of material towards the end, where the flavors don't really keep up with that sort of drying finish. And I really can't, I'm torn. Is it going through a phase, or is it just a matter of not being a super wine? I am leaning, especially today, and even yesterday, I suspected, I think it's a phase, and I think the vintage is going through a phase, because I've had it with a couple of other wines as well, from the same vintage. It's a 2016. It's a Meursault Genevrières Premier Cru from Domaine Latour-Giraud. It's a domain I hadn't heard about. And just sort of checking up on it, going through some old books and whatever. La Revue de Vin de France always gives you this green book with an assessment. They have 3-star, 2-star, and 1-star houses, or no-star houses, but they list all the, or a lot of the producers in France, the ones at least who provide them with wines to assess. And they gave this house 2 stars. So I thought, wow, I hadn't heard of them. I think 2016 is a great vintage for white Burgundy, for red Burgundy too. So why wouldn't I, give it a shot? I have to say, I think it's a little bit shy. I think the fruit is a little bit shy right now. It has a linen-y quality. I get the Genevrières. There is a little exotica that I always find in Genevrières. Floral that I find in Genevrières, and which I really like in Genevrières. But I think it's being subdued a little bit by that almost tannin, that drying finish, that extract. And I think it's just asleep. I don't think anything I can do. Yeah, there's some lemon lime kind of trying to poke through, but it's just not going to do it. I would like to revisit this wine in a few years. For now, I would... certainly if I had more of it, I wouldn't open it. I'd save it. Second wine I'm gonna share with us today, share with you, whatever, talk about. There's almost some burnt matchstick and some cherries Jubilee to this nose. Has a haunting sense of age to it. Sweet, lifted nose, lovely. Alas, on the palate, first, it's a little weak, it lacks personality, lacks any sort of presence, doesn't really come through. It's drinkable. definitely drinkable. There's a deep chocolate, dark chocolate coffee roast to this. It's very, very tannic. Very, very tannic, super tannic on the end. But it's not metallic. Not a complete surprise, but at the same time, I was maybe hoping to kind of catch a, you know, a surprise in the making type thing. It's a Faiveley. I like Faiveley, although I'll get back to this in a second. 1992 Latricières Chambertin. Now, if you're screaming and pulling your hair out on the other end of this, I totally understand. 1992, I know, is not a great vintage. I think 1994 is the one I won't touch. 92, I hadn't had a lot of experience at, so that was number one. Maybe. Number two, some years ago, not that many years ago, I bought the 1959 Latricières Chambertin from Faiveley's. I bought 6 of them, and they were magnificent. They were, that was old Burgundy in all its glory. They were just superb. So I thought, okay, combination of a weaker vintage with a great wine, a Grand Cru from Faiveley, who's got some track record with it. Maybe. Why not? Why not take the chance? And then the third was the price. I mean, you know, they weren't, nobody's pounding at the door trying to buy 1992 Latricières Chambertin from Faiveley. So it was a reasonable cost, I would say. It was a reasonable risk to take. At the same time, now that I've popped it, yeah, I probably wouldn't buy them again. I ended up with 2 of them. I have one that has a better fill than this. This was maybe, you know, sort of just here. The other one's a little bit up, but that's no guarantee in Burgundy. Often the ones that are a little bit fuller up, there was a problem with the bottle, and the ones that are a little bit down, at least they aged, I don't know. For some reason, that's been my experience with them. 1992, if this is representative of the vintage, and again, like I say, it's no surprise. I know that it's a terrible vintage, second only to 1994. But still, you know, just the combination of Faiveley and, yeah, sandwiched between 91 and 93, both good vintages in Burgundy. I was like, I don't know. I've got to give it a shot at that price. So I did. It's so weak in the mid palate. It's so, you know, spineless. Spineless. And then on the end, it carpet bombs your tongue with 10. And the 92 Latricières Chambertin from Faiveley. I think you know what I'm going to say. Pass. Big time pass. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time. Stay thirsty.